Kalispera. Hopefully that word impresses you, because it's the only Greek word I know. But hi everybody, very nice to meet you. I'm very happy I can't see you because there's so many. I'm Lotte, I work at YourMajesty, I'm an art director.
And my name is Magnus, I work as a design director at YourMajesty, and we're both from Amsterdam.
Yes. Yeah. And today we're going to talk about something we love to talk about, and that is something else that is not our work, that is how we work. So today, no cool case studies or the stuff that we've been working on lately, but we would like to share something else, and that's a little experiment we started last year. We started to change the way we work, our work week. But before we jump into that, something, quick intro for those of you who have no clue who we are or what YourMajesty is. We're a company that does digital stuff, obviously, otherwise we wouldn't be here. We're a creative agency and a production agency, and we mostly work in fashion, entertainment, automotive, spirits, and technology sectors. So this is a little bit of what we do, all different types of things. Doesn't really matter what it is, campaigns, brand IDs, installations, different types of stuff. But not for today. If you want to see more, it's online. About our company, we have two offices. We're both from Amsterdam, but we also have an office in New York, and we're roughly 40 people. These are our royal friends in New York, and this is our lovely team back home in Amsterdam.
So as you can see, we are small teams from both Amsterdam and New York, but we do work with big clients. I'm not going to go through them, you can read. So here they are. And also what Lotte mentioned, today we're going to talk about how we work, not so much about the work we do. And it starts here with our people, and you've seen, probably heard this before. Our people means everything to us, and it's true. We're a company that sells strategy and design and creativity on a world-class level. So we really need to take good care of our colleagues and friends at work. Because without them, we're not really anyone. We are just an office without people. A few years ago there was not so many digital agencies. That was good, or take it 10, 15 years. Today there's loads and loads of good and digital agencies. And today we compete against lots of these agencies for people. Also, on top of this, we're competing against Facebook, Google, tech startups who offers really good perks and really high salaries. And for some strange reason, freelancing has becoming popular more and more. I don't know why. So in order to attract people, we believe that we really need to rethink our workplace. We need to create a unique environment that attracts people to us. As I mentioned earlier, we are competing against big agencies with high salaries, but what we think that we can do is improve the quality of our own jobs at YourMajesty. So last year we decided to rethink a little bit how we work by starting to prototype our work week. There was one simple goal, and that was pretty much to make our people that we work with happier. Just to mention that we're not the first one that does this. You've seen other companies take initiatives to do new fun things for their employees. But this is our story, and we'd like to tell it to you guys about how we did it. So we started out small with some small ideas, working from anywhere. Of course, we're not the first ones. There's a lot of agencies who's done this before. We did this, work from the pizzeria, work from the bar, work wherever you want from, as long as you do your work. However, this was going on for a month or a half, and then we started to see that people just kind of came back to the office. So they missed being in our office, which is nice. We stopped counting our vacation days. The biggest reason was that it was a pain in the ass to actually do it. That was one of the reasons, but also that we work really hard and really fast on the projects that we have, and we don't want people to count their actual vacation days and steal days from those, but to be able, after a long project or after a long intensive project, being able to take 1 or 2 days off, which wouldn't count at all. Just take them off, go rest your day, rest up. Also, another important thing, what comes along with not counting our vacation days is the shared responsibility between the owners, the founders, and our colleagues as well. So as we divide this up between ourselves. Another thing, Burrito Tuesdays was another initiative that we did. We ate burritos. That was pretty much it. We made sure that every Tuesday our office would be open till late. But what we would do is supply burritos, 52 of them this year, and beer or drinks to anyone who wanted to stay and work late at the office on your personal things. However, this kind of clash a little bit with families, hobbies, and just the willingness to go home really after work. So this one was not our strongest. It still continues, the Burrito Tuesdays, but not everyone in the office is doing it, around 20%. Then our biggest change that we did was what we call our 4-1 work week. And this is something that we're quite excited and proud over to do. We don't know many other agencies that actually do this. There's probably some out there, but we haven't really talked to them. The 4-1 work week was a reaction to a couple of problems that we've been faced with at work. Number one, we have no time to share knowledge between us. And as I said before, the people we work with, we really value. And also, they're really smart. They have a lot to say, but there's no real time to actually tell anyone else and share their knowledge with us. No time for new business. Here as well, projects usually took the time during the days to be made. Of course, we had all our people working on projects, but we never really set time to go into new business, hot pitching, presenting ourselves to clients that we didn't have. And the pitch work that we needed to do happened during the night. So that left us with very little time to acquire new business as well. And to be frank, you should sleep during the night and not pitch. Yeah. So another thing that we've been reading up a lot about and hearing a lot about lately is the 6-hour productivity philosophy. Basically, it says that during one day of 8 hours of work, you pretty much only spend 6 hours, or you only have 6 hours of productivity. So that's 2 hours a day not being productive.
Yeah, so we thought about those 2 hours a day and thought about what would happen if we consolidate all those hours in one day and take Friday off, which sounds pretty cool. That's also what we did. It's not a day off, but it's a day where you can explore new things, learn new stuff, share things with each other. So it's not a billable day, but it's a day for you at YourMajesty. Of course, we have a couple of rules so you don't end up on Facebook the whole day. But the first rule is that makers can't be booked on a Friday. And makers are designers and developers. Unfortunately, not the directors. We don't have client presentations on Friday or deadlines. Friday is completely blocked. And everybody's in charge of their own schedule. So you can learn whatever you want to learn as long as it's somehow related to work. The last point, it is very much about sharing. So we have a stand-up every Friday morning where we share, this is our goal for today. And in the end of the day, we have a Friday meeting with peers and we share what we've done. Yeah. What that looks like is kind of this. We worked on a lot of crazy projects, a lot of cool stuff. Definitely fun. A couple of examples here. We made 2 WebGL games last year. Hugo, here in the middle, he made this cool space cam. GIF booth. We made some digital marble, spirographs. Yeah. Different types of things. But the cool thing was also, and this was a little bit unexpected for us, that sometimes, or not unexpected, but sometimes these things happen, where the fun stuff turns into a real project. So for instance, the GIF booth we made for our parties is actually used for a Tommy Hilfiger project beginning of this year at New York Fashion Week. So first it was us, like, drunken, fun stuff. And then it was a couple of months later, Gigi Hadid doing her awesome moves. So that was, it was a nice project. Another thing, one of the WebGL games went live a couple of weeks ago. We won a couple of awards, which was pretty cool. But the coolest thing was more that we got a lot of new business out of it. So it always is a little bit lame to say you won a lot of awards, but we got a lot of nice new projects lined up because of this thing.
So yeah, after 1 year, what has happened? We've been trying this for a year now, and as you can see, there's a lot of things that come out of this Friday Fun. First, it was a party. That was actually our company party. Just telling you, if you're in Amsterdam, in fall, on the right day, maybe, you can come in. So we've been trying this now for a year, and we asked our colleagues what they thought about this, and we just wanted to get some numbers. When asked how they generally feel about going to work, 75% of the staff said they felt better or a lot better compared to the old work week. So this is pretty nice. There's still 15% there that's not happy with this, but I guess we'll iterate on that next year. 15? 5? My math. So also, when asked how productive they feel, 62% of the staff said they felt more productive or a lot more productive than a normal work week. So here we can see what happens when we actually when we work really hard from Monday to Thursday and take Friday off. Somehow you work a little bit harder during those 4 first days, and then you know that Friday comes and you have the happy fun day. 50% expressed a reduction in stress after the 4-1 work week had been introduced. And I think this is the most important thing. If we can get stress levels down, that's amazing. Because the last thing we want is, of course, to lose our colleagues in this, this classic agency world to running into a wall and not being able to come back to work, for instance. So amazing that we can do that. When asked how they felt about the vibe at the office, 100% of the staff said they felt better, a lot better compared to the old work week. And this is something we take a lot of pride in at YourMajesty. Our culture is something very, very important to us, and it's also something that we use and kind of treat as a currency as well. So work and culture, and make sure that people are having fun, because it's usually the best time of their life, so they should have the most fun of their life as well. Some quotes from our colleagues. The 4-1 week gives you that magical time that you normally work so hard to free up. And here you see what happens when we do work really hard and you skip Facebook and YouTube for those 4 days and actually get shit done. And then on Friday, you get to work on stuff that relates to our industry and our work, of course. Yes, this is a real person who said this. Same here. Very good. Lots of time to work on my own ideas.
Yeah, and it's not only about us, of course. We also have clients who pay our salaries. So we also checked how they feel about it. And before we started doing this, we explained we're going to do this 4-1. So that means we're only available 32 hours instead of 40 hours a week. To be honest, I think a lot of people didn't really understand, and they also don't notice the difference. So we're really happy with that. But one of our biggest clients, the VP said this. I think an approach like your 4-1 week is usually important for any team individual working in a creative role, and they're also looking into something similar like this. So that was a nice thing to hear. And what does it mean for a company? In Amsterdam, it's going really well. I'm not saying the 4-1 week is the only reason we're growing, but our growth was 40% this year, which also led into the fact that we're moving into a new office, which is very nice. And New York is pretty stoked about this way of working as well, so they will start soon. So after 1 year, we can say that overall people are happier. This is something I'm very happy with, is the less stress. That's definitely something you notice. Friday prototypes lead into a new business. And this is something, as a company, we really believe in, the lifelong learning. And that's also something we're still doing with this. It's not perfect, there are definitely some flaws, but we're still iterating the process and trying to make it better. And that being said, we're very happy with this, so we'll continue. And thank you guys. We'll be,
Thank you very much. Come and take a seat. I've got a couple of questions for you. Yep. I've actually got about 20 here, but I'm just going to pick out a couple. Yeah. I got busy. So the posture balance project was really nice. How long did that take, and how big? I don't know what the client was, but I saw posture balance, the project that you showed that won a few awards.
Which one?
The wolf running with the
Cavalier.
Oh, Cavalier.
Yeah.
Cavalier. Sorry, yeah, thank you. Yeah, how long did that take, and how big was the team on that?
The team was
2 months.
2 months
Yeah.
and 3 people, 2 people.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
It's just always interesting to kind of understand the scale of these things, because they always look, all your work always looks fantastic, and I just kind of wonder how many people do you actually have working on that, and what kind of hours do you do?
Yeah.
And you've talked about that you're going to do this kind of 4-on-1 thing now.
Yeah.
And I guess you're going hell for leather between Monday and Thursday. That you're probably not working a normal day. I guess 9 to 6. I guess it's more than that. To be able to achieve that, and that's how you get the polish and you achieve that goal. What made you change from the 4-to-1 thing? Were people leaving? Were you getting a high turnover of staff, or?
Basically, it was because of the things that we mentioned. It is getting harder and harder to actually get people and retain people.
Yeah.
And also, we want our colleagues to have the best time of their life. How we do this, like we mentioned, try to reduce stress, and all of these pointers that I just had up on screen.
Yeah, no, of course.
So yeah, no, we think that we want to create a workplace which is not like the classic agency kind of look and feel to things where you work a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, we want to make sure that people stay very long, and we want to create really intimate teams. So that's why.
And you mentioned freelance. And I'm a freelancer.
Yeah.
And I know a few others here as well.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, what makes you guys not go freelance? What makes you stay permanent in a place?
We hired the freelancers actually.
Okay, we'll talk afterwards.
No, we did hire the freelancers that did freelance for us.
Okay, yeah. But
Which we're proud of to be able to do.
But why are you not freelancing? Why wouldn't you leave Your Majesty to become freelancers?
Yeah, I think it's really, for me personally, it's more because I really enjoy working in a team.
Yeah.
I need people around me. I need to work with someone. I need a developer next to me and be like, okay, let's do this. And I freelanced a while, but team-wise, it's much better. Yeah.
That relationship,
Yeah.
that daily banter as such, that they get to know each other and getting to deliver together something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I also have an answer.
Sorry?
No, I think why I'm not a freelancer is because there's something bigger in trying to, or better to try to build something. I feel like I would miss that if I didn't work at a place.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd rather stay at Your Majesty and build something really, really good and really well, and be proud of that. That makes me feel happy. Yeah, that's where my joy comes from. So. And
then one last question about that in particular. What's your favourite project that you've done at Your Majesty? Do you have one? Do you love them all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to work at Your Majesty New York before I joined Amsterdam.
Okay.
For me, that would be Netflix, I think.
Netflix.
More because I learned a lot, and it was cool, and it was a big client, and it was not the whining client who had oh, you can't do that, make the logo bigger. So that was a little bit of relief, because it's nice to have.
Great, collaborative client, always nice.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Magnus and Lotte. Thank you.